She-Hulk, Episode 5. Mean Green and straight poured into these jeans. That's the title up there. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud I said it that way. But we got a lot of complicated, weird review to do. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to make a phone call.
Hi, you've reached the Superhuman Law Division at GLK&H.
Okay, this time recorded as She-Hulk.
What?
Yep.
Wait, you can't see me, right? Okay, whatever. Your call is very important to us. Our associates are unavailable to take your call at this time, but please stay on the line to hear about our services here at GLK&H. Have you been fined for thousands of dollars worth of damage to the city you were trying to protect? Did you accidentally create a sentient robot who got the feels and tried to destroy the world? Maybe you're an Asgardian god who leaves a giant burning imprint on private property every time you arrive on Earth.
I know who she's talking about.
We've got your back. Our associates at the Superhuman Law Division of GLK&H will fight for your rights to fight for everyone else's rights, because that's what superheroing is all about. But don't take my word for it. Here's some testimonials from our satisfied clients. And then this is where we include the clients, right?
Yeah, their photo next.
Once again, phone line. They can't hear.
How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your naughty buddy Putty here, and we are here for episode 5 of She-Hulk. Now, before I go into the thoughts of the series and, what might happen today, I want to talk about what this week is going to hold. So if you're a fan more of the content, I should say, as far as just She-Hulk, then skip forward. I have chapters. I set it up for that. Don't worry. But with that being said, this week is going to be busy. We have the new season of Fortnite this weekend that's going to be just straight bonkers, I feel. I don't know why, I just feel like it is. Next week we have the new Star Wars Andor series and She-Hulk's continuing, and I got a bunch of crazy stuff that's going on in my life around that time that is going to make that way, way chaotic for me to record. I'm either going to be very exhausted or, And then as for the She-Hulk, well, before I get into my thoughts on it, I want to talk about why this might be a weird She-Hulk review and video in general. You see, I'm recording this now at 5:30 in the morning, and I didn't get up in time enough to record, but I've got so much I got to do, I figured if I have to do it in segments, I will, or this could be a short review. We don't know. Let's just put it this way. If it's uploaded this morning, it's probably pretty short, and if it's uploaded later in the afternoon, then you know you're about to get some weird She-Hulk review. Now, as far as the show itself, I will state this. I'm really enjoying it. Last episode felt like it was probably the stillest one, the number 4, maybe just because it felt awkward. The court cases have been amazing. The whole, the action scenes that they do have, which isn't really that much, but it's okay, it's a comedy series, are really fun. So I'm actually really enjoying it, and these haters of the show are a little bit, obscure to me. If it goes downhill from here, yeah, I can understand. And I understand the CGI problem, but guess what? Get over it, guys. We have CGI everywhere. You can't expect everything to be perfect in life. And the thing is if you guys don't go back and look at these old movies and how the CGI was just as bad, but they were new at it. And it's also a matter of there's a lot going on. You're expecting too much of your creators sometimes, guys. But the show is an attraction of being something very entertaining, though Marvel has gone down this road of more comedy-oriented stuff. I think seriousness is going to come again, especially with, Wakanda Forever and all that kind of stuff. But of course, hey, I'm just here for my review to do my opinion, but I'm doing way too long of an intro. We need to get this started if I'm going to get this out in the morning. So that being said, let's get started with the full breakdown of She-Hulk. Episode 5, and the name is, again, Mean green and straight poured into these jeans. That is what is with the titles, guys? What is the titles? Let's get started. So I'm 25 minutes into the episode. It's 31 minutes long. I don't see anything as far as full breakdowns unless something happens right at the end or right here. So I figured, let me go ahead and jump in and say something. The whole Titania. Okay, so I already talked about Book. I've already talked about Titania in the first episode because they literally show them in the first episode. And Book and Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, are rivals in the courtroom as far as like being the best in their area. But the reason why I decided to record this is because I've been enthralled in this episode. I think they did a great job with this episode. It really brought me in, and I felt bad for Jennifer Walters herself because I mean she was Jennifer Walters before she was She-Hulk, so I can understand why this is frustrating for her to see something else that just it's discouraging. And I mean, come on, the girl that plays Jennifer Walters, what's her name, Tatiana Maslany is cute. I don't know why you turn her down, but anyway, my point to the whole thing is I want to stop here because the one thing that everyone's complaining about, I could see right here, but I'm able to look over it because this whole episode I've looked over it until now, realizing there's nothing to break down here except a regular court case with characters that we already know and have established. The CGI in this scene up here, actually for you guys to be up here, the CGI here is what is right. It's not too good. Now watch this. I'm gonna play it and let you see how jarring it is. The way she moved, she skipped right there. It was like a skip. If you, I don't want to play anymore. Go back and rewind it and see it yourself and everything. It's very jarring, and I didn't notice it most of the episode until that one point. And this is an established moment of a technical breakdown, but as far as quality in show, I think it's great. So unless there's any other Easter egg full breakdown, we'll probably go into the final part of the review. But I just wanted to go ahead and point that out right here. So anyway, let's find out what's going on with this review, and I'll get back with you guys in a second. Well, we know what that is. That's a great way to end it there. That's awesome. He works with the best lawyers. He works with all the lawyers, actually, now that I think about it. The superhero lawyers, I should say. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Daredevil. We still have the end credits, so let's continue. Yeah, if you're not knowing who that is, that's Daredevil's his mask. Daredevil, Matt Murdock. We're getting into the point of Matt Murdock. I knew it was coming. And unfortunately, we do not get any end credits scene. I waited the whole time. Nothing. But guys, that's it. She-Hulk episode 5. I don't know how many more episodes we have, but we still now have Endor next week, which I think is, if I'm correct, it's going to, let me check the calendar real quick. I think it's going to be, okay, not let me pull up the calendar. Whatever. My point is, it's going to be, I think, next Thursday, which is going to really screw up the She-Hulk reviews. So we'll figure them out. Maybe one in the morning and one when I get home. It's going to be crazy. Sleep is going to be bad, but I'll do what I can to fit it all in. I love this stuff. I do like the Iron Man shoes that the guy mentioned earlier. That's a nice little nod to some, a branding for the Iron Mans. He calls them the Iron Mans. They're like, that's sick. But anyway, my point to the whole thing is I'm pretty, I'm loving the show outside of the shoddy CGI that people are talking about. I'm able to ignore it. But at the same time, I do understand that Marvel's become way more of a comedy situation, so I don't know where we're going to go after this or anything, or if we're just going to have a mix of comedy with action, things of that nature. I guess we'll just have to see, guys. But with that being said, that is my review, I don't know what you want to call it, my commentary, because it wasn't really a breakdown, so just my review, basically, of the episode. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for next episode. New season of Fortnite this weekend, guys. Andor next week. A lot going on. As always, I'm Putty with the G-Plot crew, and you know what we do. She-Hulk reviews and other things like that too. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.